We are playing Zombicide Night of the Living Dead. It is based off of the George Romero film that was very famous. It changed the way that zombies were viewed on camera. Kicking off this game, we're going to start off with Barbara. We are all in Romero mode, so none of them have any special abilities. Barbara only has a crowbar, so what she's going to do first is she's going to search the house deck. We grab a card here from the house deck. And it is boards. This is a good thing to start off with, so Barbara is going to take that. For her second and third action, she's going to move up. She moves up, 1 spot, 2 spot. Next is going to be good old Ben. So what Ben's going to do, he's going to follow suit with Barbara. He is going to do a search into the house deck, and we get a scope. That is no good for Ben at the moment because he only has a table leg, but he'll put it in his backpack. And his next 2 actions is he's just going to go the other way. This is 2 actions. Doors open, so he's moved into this red area right here because he's going to try to search for some melee weapons on his next turn. On to Tom. You can see Tom is right here. So what Tom is going to do, his first action is he is going to step up here because this is a different zone. It is a door. He counted as an action. So that's 1, 2, and now he cannot search this because he is in black and white mode or Romero mode right now, but he's just getting himself ready. Next up, we have Judy. Now, Judy has a Winchester 94, so what she's going to do, her first action, is she's going to trade it, which means that Judy now is out of Romero mode and into Zombicide mode. And where Judy switched over to Zombicide mode, she has a special ability. It is Sniper. For Judy's action, her last action, because she is in Zombicide mode, she grabbed a card from the range deck, and it is a dual-wielding sawed-off shotgun of power 1. Not bad. It has a reload capability, the reload characteristic onto it, but still, that's going to help. Next up is Harry's activation. Now, Harry, he can't get out this way, so he's going to have to go 1, 2, and for his third action, he's going to search 2 as well, and it is boards. Nice. Last but not least is his wife, Helen, and Helen is going to just follow Harry. She goes up, she's going here, and she's going to do a search into the house deck to see what she can find, and she finds a scope. That ends all the activations for the heroes, and we're on to the zombies. There's no zombies on the board, so now we're just going to spawn them. With the spawning complete, I did it off camera, just makes things a little faster. You can see we have a walker on the first spawn zone. We have a breaker, let me zoom in, on the second spawn zone, and on the third spawn zone we have another breaker, so it's pretty bad. They're going to be breaking into the house. We're going to have to take care of that, so we're on to round number 2. Before we switch, first player is going over to Ben because Barbara has went starting off, so second round Ben goes first. For Ben, he's not going to go too far because there's a breaker that could possibly be coming into the house, so he's going to go out for 1 action, and his second action he's going to do a search. The search reveals plenty of shelves. He don't have a weapon right now that could benefit for that, but he has it in his backpack. And for Ben's third action, he's just simply going to go up into this zone right here. It is on to Tom's turn. He's on the stairs. He can't really search, so he's going to go get off of the zone for 1, and he's going to do a search into the house deck, and we get, oh no, we get a Karen, poor baby. Set a relative in the zone, then discard this card. Bad. Little quick tip here. If you want to make this game more difficult, instead of discarding it, you can set it aside so that when the deck is depleted, you're just going to reshuffle and put them back again, and that'll just make it more difficult because you're getting more of the Karens in the deck. And there you see the Karen is right beside Tom. Tom has 1 more action. I think Tom is going to use his table leg to try and destroy Karen. Here goes. Need a 4+ to destroy. Oh, that's cocked, so let's reroll. And we get a 6, so it's right there. A 6, so that means that Karen relative is destroyed. And on top of that, Tom is going to get an XP point, as well as he's going to get the special garden tool, which is a power 2. Here is Karen's trowel. Like I said, it has a power of 2, but it does say that this survivor cannot switch back to Romero mode. Tom right now is in Zombicide or Romero mode, so he's going to switch over to Zombicide mode from Romero mode and stay in that mode for the rest of the game. And there you can see Tom is in his Zombicide mode along with his fiancee Judy. Because Judy is in Zombicide mode, she is able to search that deck. Her first action is she is going to do a search. Oh, and she's got a nice shotgun. It's an M37 powered shotgun. Her second action that she's going to do is she's going to move out and then over for one so that she is getting ready to stop and destroy the breaker. On to Harry's turn. His base is yellow. And what he's going to do is going to make his way up to Barbara because they have to share to get all out of Romero mode. So his first action is 1, second action is 2, and his third action he's going to be there so that on Barbara's turn she's going to give him the Chester 94. Now he could ask for the Winchester 94, but I'm playing it where she has to willingly on her turn or whoever has it give it up. That could be wrong, but that's a house rule that we're doing. And for Harry's third action, he's going to do a search. And we have a flashlight, and that means that when he searches, he draws 2 cards. Last but not least is Helen's turn. She's going to stay where she is first and do a search because there is a zombie that is close, you can see over there. And she got bored. So this is good. They are all loading up on boards. It goes into her backpack right there. And that was her first action. Second action, I think she's going to go for 2. And for her third action, she's actually going to go into the room there to get ready to grab some special weapons. But she can't really, actually, she's not going to do it. It's going to be 2. And she's going to chill there because she has to be in Zombicide mode to be able to access that, and she can't right now. And I said last but not least was Helen, but it's not. It's Barbara is the last person to activate. So Barbara has the Winchester, and she is going to give it to Harry, which is right beside her, so that Barbara is going to go into Zombicide mode. And for her second and third action, she just moved up the stairs, going upstairs, and she is searching because she is in Zombicide mode, and she has got sawed-off shotgun. And that ends her turn. It is now on to the zombies' turn, so we will do that and we'll be back. After all zombies have moved and spawned, you can see we have right here in the original, we have 3 walkers that came out, and the one walker that originally was there has moved up 1 spot. Back here, the breaker has broken the barricade. That is bad. And if you swing over here, you're going to see the breaker has broken that barricade, that window barricade. And on top of that, when we spawned, you can see the 3 walkers that were there, but other than that, the other 2 were in the blue, so nothing happens. We had 2 relative cards, which is good. On Tom's turn, he moved up and he did a search. He is in Zombicide mode, and what he found was a Smith & Wesson Model 10. It's a Power 1 pistol, and he's stopping his turn right there. For Judy's turn, she's already in that area to search, so she's going to search, and she's got another sawed-off shotgun. And for Judy's second and third action, just moved off of the stairs and here, and she is chillaxing and waiting for something to come through right there. It is on to Harry's turn. He has the Winchester 94, so what he wants to do is he wants to trade it. Now, he could just simply give it to somebody who is already in Zombicide mode. It's not going to make a difference, but he wants to try to benefit as many people to switch out and share to get into Zombicide mode as fast as possible. So he's going to go. His first action is moving here, and his second action he's going to give the Winchester 94 to Ben, which is going to bring him into Zombicide mode. And his third one, he's just going to search. And for Ben's third action where he did a search, he got a Karen. Oh no, so this here is a relative, which means that all survivors that are on the board, except for Tom, because he has the Karen's trowel, are going to switch back to Romero mode. Just a little adjustment there. When I said that it was Ben, it was actually Harry's turn all along, which I said. So just to be aware of that, and you can see that Johnny is the relative right now, and everybody that you can see on the board is set to Romero mode, except for Tom, who has the trowel. On to Helen's turn now. Helen has some boards that she could use to board up. So I think this is probably, it's important to do, but if she boards up now, what's gonna happen is that it's just the breaker's gonna break again. So I don't think she's gonna waste her boards at this point, but she's going to go and move up for 1, for right there. And now she is going to try to attack Johnny with the claw hammer. The claw hammer is a 4+, and it's a power of 1. Here goes. We need a 4+. Woo! Got a 6. So that relative is Gonzo, and that means everybody switches back to Zombicide mode. There you have it. Everybody's back to Zombicide mode except for one person, and it is Ben. And the reason why is because Ben just accepted the Winchester 94 from Harry, his arch enemy, kind of, if you've seen the movie. But anyhow, so Ben has to, on his turn, he's going to have to trade his Winchester 94 to go into Zombicide. This is it. So now it is on to the next turn, and it is going to be Barbara. So Barbara is, you can see, I'm just going to zoom in here. Barbara's all the way there. There's no zombies that are in the house, but she needs to try to take out the zombies that are on the board in particular, because again, we have to find the Molotov cocktail, and then we just have to start moving the spawn points around. Barbara, what she decides to do is she's going to move over 1. That barricade is open, giving clear line of sight. She has a sawed-off shotgun. Her range is 0 to 1. It has the reload ability, but that was her first action. We knew she's going to try to shoot and destroy that breaker. As the sawed-off shotgun, it is a power of 1, 2 dice, and it's a 3+, but it has the reload ability. Here goes. We are looking for a 3+. Got a 4 and a 1. So therefore, that breaker over there is completely gonzo. Good job. What Barbara can do for her third turn is she's going to use her boards that's in her backpack and board up that part that has been destroyed by the breaker, and she discards to gain 3 XP. Here's the boards that she discarded in focus. There's the windows boarded up again, and you can see she moves up to 4 XP, 1 for killing the relative and 3 for boarding up. Next it's on to Ben's turn, and Ben has the Winchester, so he's going to trade it. He's going to give it to not Harry, because they don't like Harry. He's going to give it to Helen, and that means he's going into zombies. One thing I didn't realize is Ben actually has a scope too as well, so he's going to, he don't want to discard it, because if he discards, then he's getting rid of that Winchester 94. So he's not going to combine it. He was going to combine it and then give it to her, but he's not. He just gave it to her, and that takes him to Zombicide mode. Ben's second action, he's going to do a search. And so he searches the house stack. Let's see. Oh, it's a meat hook. That could turn to be pretty good. And he's going to put it in his backpack for now. Actually, yeah, he's just going to throw it in his backpack. And that was the second action. His third action, I think, is Ben's going to just move into here and get ready, because the breaker could potentially come in. So that ends Ben's 3 actions. It would be on to Tom's turn next, but Tom started off, so therefore it is the zombies. I'll activate spawn all zombies and we'll be back. All activation and spawning is done. Let's go in for a closer look. The walkers that started here have moved up, and nothing else was spawned there. You can see, luckily, but here though, if we zoom in, this is really bad, because you can see 3 fatties have jumped up and showed their ugly heads, getting ready to attack. And right here you can see a walker has been spawned, and the breaker has walked in, so say hello to Ben, and that is all the zombies spawning. We are starting to turn off with Judy. Now, Judy is going to do a search first, because there's no zombies in her zone, so let's do a search. So the house deck, we don't want another Karen. No, good, we got a mason jar. That is going to help it. You see that Judy has the table leg and the mason jar now, so she could combine this and make a flaming table leg. But that is not the way that is going to move the spawn zones. We need the Molotov, so she's going to hang on to the mason jars for the time. Judy's second action is she's just going to move down into this area right here, just so she's kind of covering this just in case something happens. And for her third and final action, she is just not going to do anything. We're on to Harry's turn. Now, Harry has a flashlight and boards. So I think what Harry's going to do, instead of searching, he's going to move here where Ben is, so that he can try to destroy that breaker. That's his first act. You can see here that Harry snuck up behind the breaker, and now he's going to try to attack for the second action. And here he's using his tire iron. Here he needs a 4+. He swings and he gets a 4+. Woohoo! Goodbye, breaker. Good action for Harry for his second, and he gets an XP point on top of that. And for his third action, Harry is going to use his boards, discard to gain 3 XP, and he is going to board up the part that is broken in by the previous breaker. And you can see there that it is boarded up again, the window. Good job, Harry. Now we're on to his wife, Helen. Helen's first action, she's going to combine the Winchester 94 with the scope that she has in her backpack so that she can upgrade to a scope. There is the scoped Winchester, and what's great about this is you can pick your target in the hierarchy of the zombies when you shoot into it, which we wouldn't get to yet because we didn't have to, but you can pick out what you want because you got the scope. For Helen's second action, she is going to move down into this room. The door is open, so her third action she's going in so that she can try to get a good melee weapon. That ends Helen's turn. We're on to good old Barbara's turn. She is staring down the 3 fatties that are outside, but she's going to do a search first because there's no ghouls in her area, and she got, oh no, another Karen relative. That was Barbara's first action. So her second action, before she goes into Zombicide or Romero mode, which everybody's going to, I'm just going to try to do a shot with the sawed-off shotgun to see if she can take it out, because that way nobody will have to switch. Now, last turn, she shot her sawed-off shotgun and it went to reload, but at the start of each player's phase, they'll get reloaded. They don't have to do that. So anyhow, it is reloaded. She needs 2 dice and she needs a 3+. And she definitely does. Oh, did she ever obliterate that relative. That brings Barbara to 5 experience points. We are not in the yellow yet, but we're getting close. For Barbara's third action, she's choosing just to stay there because she's kind of scared from all the fat. On to Ben's turn. Now, Ben only has a table leg. Now, he needs to try to get some better weapons, and I know he's close to the melee, but he wants to have a ranged weapon if possible, because his yellow ability is Hawkeye, so when he gets there, it can benefit him for having a ranged weapon. So for his first, second, and third action, he's going up to get close to that green zone card. And there he ends his turn, right beside Tom. Hey, Tom, how you doing? And that is Ben's turn. Tom's activation X, and he is going to do a search into this. Now, one thing I want to mention is once these green cards or red cards are gone, they're gone. You can't reshuffle them. Oh, look what he's got, though. He's got an Uzi. Woo. Because he has an Uzi, he had the Smith & Wesson Model 10. He put that in his backpack because when you get a free rearrange, and he rearranged and put his Uzi into his hand. Tom knows that the fatties are outside, and he knows that he has Karen's trowel. That's a power 2 that can wipe out the fatties. So for his second and third action, he's just going to move over to where Barbara is. Whoops, without getting knocked. Oh, I can't even pick up the miniatures. Keep on dropping them. So there, that is where Tom goes. He's staying there to guard. We are now on to Barbara's turn, but Judy, I should say. Judy has the first player token, so this is going to get switched over to Harry. He's going to be able to go first on his activation, but now it is all the zombies' turn. I'll be back when I'm done spawning and moving and spawning. All the moving and spawning is done, and you can see if we go in for a little closer look here, the walkers moved up. Another fatty has joined the group of 3 fatties, and then fatties aren't moving because there are enough noise in this room that they are hearing it, and they're like, oh, I want in. And you can see here, nothing happened, he didn't move. And just so we're aware that the card here that was drawn is nothing happens, but it was a barricade and door opening on every zone with walkers, but we are still in the blue, so nothing happened. If we were in any other besides the blue, like the yellow, orange, or red, that barricade would have been gone, and this barricade and door would have been open, so that would have been a pretty bad thing. We lucked out there. Next round starts off with Barbara, and Barbara's already into the red deck area for melee, so she is going to do a search for her first action, and Barbara don't have a flashlight, so she can only search once. And she's got a machete. It's a power of 2. Discard along with a sawed-off shotgun. The survivor receives my shotgun. And she unfortunately don't have a shotgun for that, but she's going to take this machete and she's going to do a free rearrange to get this claw hammer out of her hand so that she can put a machete, because it does have a power of 2 and she can be stronger. That was her first action. For her second and third, she moves out That's her second action, and she's moved up to another zone for her third action because nobody is in that area right now. So now Barbara's turn, and Barbara is just going to stay where she is and do a search on the house deck to see what she finds. But hopefully it's not going to be another Karen. She got mason jars. Awesome. So she don't have anything else that she can combine to make the Molotov, but she's going to put that in her backpack, and that is her first action. And her second and third action, because she don't have a power 2 weapon. Oh, she does. She has a crowbar. I didn't know the crowbar was a power of 2. So she's going to stay there. On to Ben's turn. First activation for Ben, he's going to search the range deck, and he's got another Uzi. Nice. And for his second action, he comes off the stairs, and his third action, he is going to go over here. Actually, no. He's going to go over there, where he's going to relax and hang out with Helen. We're on to Tom's turn, so Tom is going to do a search first off to see if he can find anything that's going to benefit, like flammable flute would be great. He's got plenty of bullets. He is going to bypass the second and third action because he's just going to stay where he is because he has a power 2 weapon, and the fatties are looking a little dangerous to be coming in. We're on to Judy's turn. The first thing she's going to do is do a search, and Judy does not have anything that will help her with her search any more than if she had a flashlight. So, flammable fluid! Finally, but one thing about this is she has a mason jar, so she can combine these together to create a Molotov, which she's doing for her second action. And there finally is a Molotov. Now it says here, discard, eliminate all actors in the targeted exterior zone. So again, it's a 1 range, and any spawn zone tokens in the targeted zone may be moved to another spawn zone. That is going to help us out a lot. Judy still has one more action left, and she is definitely going to be moving up here for that group of fatties. Next to activate is Harry, and he is also going to do a search to start off. Harry has a flashlight, so he gets not 1, but I gotta grab it. 2 house decks. When I say 2 house decks, 2 cards from the house deck, and he got boards and plenty of shells. For Harry's second and third action, he is just going to go for his second action right here, and he's going to chillax. He's going to pass his third action because he's staying where there's nobody around. Next would be Helen's turn, but she has the first player token, so zombies are going to activate and spawn, and we'll be back. With all spawning, activating and spawning, you can see over here we have 3 more fatties has jumped out, and the group of walkers have moved up 1 because of more noise. The fatties are obviously staying here, but there's a breaker that popped out. He's right behind the fatties. And you can see here, nothing happened. The walker moved up, and that is it. Nothing else is going on. So now we are going on to the next turn, and it is none other than Barbara's turn. Barbara's in this group. Now, what she's going to do is first she's going to do a search. So let's grab a card from the house deck. Keep knocking over my cards here. And it is another Karen! But this time it's not Karen, it is Johnny, Barbara's brother, that came out. Now the problem is that Barbara's gonna have to do is Barbara is going to have to try to kill that relative, or they're all going to be going in Zombicide mode, or not Zombicide, Romero mode. She could shoot with the shotgun, but if she missed, there's a chance she can hit everybody else in here. So she's just going to use a crowbar, and it's a +4. 4+ again, and it's a power of 2. Second action, come on, you can do this, Barbara. Oh no, it's a 3. She has missed, that's her second action. Her third action, she's gonna try it again. Come on. 3, uh-oh, so she completely whiffed. Because Barbara whiffed, everybody is back in Romero mode, which is the black-white, except for Tom, because he does have the Karen's trowel. Now we're on to the next turn, and it's going to be Ben. So what Ben is going to do, this is going to be tough for Ben. He's going to move and try to kill that relative. So Ben moved from there to there. That's 2 actions. He's got 1 action left. He's going to use his table leg instead of his Uzi, because his Uzi could shoot everybody there if he misses. So it's a 1 roll, 1 die, 4+. You can do this, Ben. 5, yes. Relative is Gonzo, and they all go back to Zombicide mode. We're now on to Tom's turn. And Tom is in the mix. You can see him there, he's holding the flamethrower. So Tom's going to do a search first off, so let's see what he gets. And he got plenty of bullets. Tom has a plenty of bullets already, but he's going to get rid of his Smith & Wesson just to put this here because he can give that to somebody. Tom's second action, he's going to trade his plenty of bullets. Not trade, he's going to give plenty of bullets to Ben here because Ben hasn't used. Tom has one more action left, and what he is going to do is he is just going to go over here with Harry. We are on to Judy's turn, and you can see that Judy has a Molotov. So Judy is right here, but the barricade is stopping her from throwing anything out. So what Judy is going to do for her first action, she's going to unbarricade this. It's a very dangerous thing to do. And for second action, she's throwing the Molotov here, wiping everybody else, and moving that spawn zone to 1 point. And there you have. The spawn zone is gone, as well as all the fatties in the breaker, and it's moved over to this area here. Now, Judy still has one more action. She's going to search the house stack, and she is going to find flammable fluid again. And just so we're on the same page, there's flammable fluid from another one, so it is a separate one. We're on to Harry's turn in the yellow. So Harry is going to move up for one action, and he does have boards. So Harry is going to expel his boards, get 3 XP, and board up where Judy had pulled down. We're on to Helen's turn, and first action, she's just going to go into here. Her second action, she's going to do a search into the house stack to see what she gets. And she's got another thing of boards. That gives her 2 boards in her backpack. She has her machete and scoped Winchester, but that is 2 actions. She's got one more action to do. For her third action, she moved into the room that has all the special melee weapons. And that ends her turn. And we are now on to the zombies' turn again. So I will activate and then spawn, and we'll be back. Just before we look at the spawns, we just want to recap that there is some of the characters that are in the yellow, which is Harry is in the yellow, Judy is in the yellow, Tom is not, Ben is not, and Barbara is close. So because of that, we had to use the yellow spawning, and you're going to see why I said that. For spawn, there was one fatty. The other fatties, they moved down. So, yeah, that's more fatties on the board. You can see the walkers are making their way up, and there's no spawn zone. But the 2 spawn points that were there, I spawned, and we're in yellow, so that's pretty bad. We got a whack load of zombie walkers right there. This is bad. We need to get another Molotov. Start of the turn, Ben's activating first, and he's going to do a search. He already has plenty of bullets, so he's just going to discard it, because as you can see, he's already full. He's got a scope, he's got plenty of shells, and he has plenty of bullets. And for his next 2 turns, he is just going to chillax and stay where he is. We are on to Tom's turn. Tom is also going to do a search for his first action. Tom found a flashlight that will help him on. Later on, I should say. And Tom is opting to stay where he is for his last 2 actions because there's a fatty that is close and there's a fatty down there. So he just wants to be there just in case. Next is Judy's turn in the purple base, and she's doing a search for her first action. She got plenty of shells. She is getting rid of one of her sawed-off shotguns because she did a search. She has one already, and you can see here, so she's just chucking it because she needs to keep that flammable fluid. Now, she is in the same areas what Barbara is, and Barbara has a mason jar, so she is going to use one of her actions to politely ask Barbara for her mason jar so she can mix a flammable fluid with the mason jars and make another Molotov cocktail, which she does. That was her second action. For her third, she got a +1 action because she is in the yellow now, so for her third action, what she's going to do is she's going to go over here for her third action, and her fourth action is she is going to use the Molotov. Well, she can't actually do anything there. Well, she can open the door for her fourth action, and that is what she does. Harry's turn, and you can see the house deck is on its last card before we have to shuffle, so he gets boards. As I said before, with the house deck, the ones that say discard onto it, you can discard them and keep them out of the game. And if that was the case, if we're playing on difficult mode, house rule difficult mode, then we would be done because the only thing left on them house cards is 1 card. And we don't have enough to build any other Molotovs. But in actuality, these can be all discarded if we want to, because there's the Molotov that is left, and once it is used, it's discarded, and that means that that one there, that spawn, would be pushed over here, and that will complete the 3 spawn zones, and we just have to clear the board. So there's a choice of playing difficult or easy, where you just shuffle them back, and that is it. But we're not going to play the easy mode. We're going to try the hard mode, where it says on the card, discard, so it gets discarded from the game. Wish me luck. There is, however, one, oops, I knocked that down. One card left in the house deck that was not discarded. And just to let everybody know, it is going to be plenty of bullets. Not even on camera. Plenty of bullets, so just be aware that that's what that is. We were on to Tom's turn, not Tom, Harry's turn, I should say, and Harry, there's no more search, so he needs a special range weapon, because all he has is a tire iron. That is it. So Harry, surprising enough, he's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to do a search here. And he's got finally a range weapon. It is a sawed-off shotgun. Next on the turn list is going to be Helen. And Helen is right where she wants to be. She's going to do a search here to get another machete. It is dual wielding. Oh, but she's going to put it in her backpack. And from her backpack, she is discarding her claw hammer. She does have a one free search action for her blue. She's in zombicide mode, so that is just searching in general. So she's just going to search here again. And she's got a baseball bat, which is not going to help her any good. So she's just going to say bye-bye to the baseball bat. She has 2 more actions left. She's just going out here and she's going to relax, because she is waiting, because all of them zombies might be trying to bust in. Next, we have Barbara to go. And Barbara, all she's going to do is she's going to go 1, 2, wait a minute, does Barbara got, she don't have any boards, so 2, 3. She's moving down here to assist Helen in case something ugly happens. Next is going to be Ben's turn, but Ben has got the first player token, so it is the zombies activation, and then spawning, and then it's going to be on to Tom's turn. After all the zombies have moved and spawned, let's go in for a closer look. This is really scary. You can see at the 1 spawn point here, there's 3 fatties, a breaker, because the fatties moved up, but 1 fatty was here. The door is open, that forgot to be closed, so the fatty is in the building. We go here, they are just chillaxing, all them walkers, and the other spawn zones are right there, and you can see the mess that we're into. This is bad. So now we are on to Tom's turn for the first activation of this round. Luckily for Tom's activation, he does have Karen's Trowel, which is a power 2 weapon, so he is going to try to trowel that fatty. Needs a 5+ to work. Ah! He's got a 5! He's so lucky. That fatty is gone, and Tom goes up in XP. Second action what Tom is going to do is, because the trowel, what is the trowel? It is his range 0, so it's not going to work. But he's just going to close the door for his second action. And his third action, he's just going to relax. On to Judy's turn, and she is right there. So what she is going to do is her first action is going to be open the door. Her second action is she has a power 2 weapon. It is the M37 shotgun. It's got a 4+ with 2 dice. She has to roll that and see if she can destroy one of the fatties. All she needs is the 4+. Oh, she missed. That was 2 actions. Now her third action, she got 4 actions actually because she's in the yellow. So her third action, oh no, she has plenty of shells, so she gets to re-roll. And she didn't get a 4+. So she sucked at that. So now for her third action, she's going to shoot again. And a 1 and a 5. She finally did something. So that takes out 1 fatty. That is her third action. Her fourth action, she's just going to lock the door like so. And she goes up 1 XP for killing a fatty. On to Harry's turn. He has a flashlight. He's going to search here, so he's going to search it twice. So we got a Winchester 94. And we also got a Smith & Wesson. So both of them aren't really that great. But I think he's going to take the Winchester 94. Nah, he's not going to take any of them because they're not going to do him any good. Second action here, third action there. And remember, he's in the yellow, so he's got a +1 action. He's going to go there. because he's getting ready. And that ends Harry's turn. We're on to Helen's turn. So I think what Helen is going to do is she's going to open the door for a first action, because Helen is only in the blue. Oh, she does that, and now she is going to shoot into the crowd with her Winchester, scoped Winchester, and she can pick anyone else that she wants. It don't have to be the fatty, which is there. So she's going to try to shoot one of the walkers because she has a scope, and it's a 3+ with 1 die. This is her second action, and she got a 1. She failed, so that sucked. Obviously, her last action is she's going to close the door again. And that ends Helen's turn. We're on to Barbara. And Barbara is here. She's in the red, so she too is going to open up the door. And she's going to shoot out into the crowd. She's going to shoot 2 dice, 3+ because of her shotgun. Oh, that sucked. She totally whiffed it. That was her second action. She is still into the blue, so her third action as well is going to be close that door. We're on to Ben for his activation. Now, those walkers are not in any zone where Ben can shoot through because he has Hawkeye, but he can't see anything because they're not in the proper zone. So I think Ben is just going to forfeit his action and stay where he is just for safety. Which leads us to the zombie activation, because Tom would go next, but he was the first person to go last turn. So now it is on to the walkers and zombies and fatties and breakers. So after they move and they are all populated again, we'll be back. With all of the zombies activated and spawned, you can see there's a ton here. The breaker is still here. And we got some fatties going on with the walkers. Up here, they are still staying there because they can smell Ben. They're like, oh, yeah. Actually, that don't make sense because they would probably move down to an opening where they can see and hear them a little better. And then over here, this is in the whole other story. We got a complete horrible mess going on there, except there's no breakers or relatives in this pile, but there's walkers and fatties. So we're lucky so far. And that is it for this activation. The first token moves over to Judy, and it is Judy's turn on this round. Judy has her Molotov. So what she's going to do is she's going to open this door for her first action. And then she's throwing her Molotov. Woohoo! And it's going to hit here. It's going to wipe out every one of these walkers and just ghouls in general. And this spawn point is going to move over to this mess. So we're 1 out of 2 objectives complete to win this game. That was Judy's second action, and she again has 4 actions because she's in the yellow. So her third action, she is actually going to go outside of this door because she's going to start hunting them down. You know, she's 2 zones away. Does she have any kind of weapon that is 2 zones away? Yes. No, she don't, unfortunately. So that was her third action. Her fourth action is going to go right here, and just so that she can get close, and that ends Judy's turn. She's on the hunt. We're on to Harry's turn. Harry's first action, because he's in yellow too, he's going to open up the door. His second action, he's going to shoot into that crowd. Now, he has, he can't shoot in that crowd because the fatty will have to be hit first, and he don't have a power 2 weapon. So he's not going to open the door at all, because that would just suck. So the first action he's going to do is nothing. The second action, actually his first action, he's going into this melee room. Second action, he's going to search. And he's got a katana. It's a power of 1. It's not going to do him any good, so he's just going to leave it. But he has a flashlight, so he gets to pick 2 of the cards. Oh, this is what I was hoping for, was a chainsaw. But Harry is pretty full already. Plenty of shells, boards, and flashlight. And a tire iron. So he's going to get rid of his tire iron. And he's going to throw his chainsaw there. For Harry's third action, he's just going to step back out like this. And he's just waiting. He's just forfeiting his fourth action. On to Helen's activation. And there's not much that she can really do. She is in the blue still. She has 1 free search action, but there's only 1 card left for the search, and it's not really going to help her. So I think she's going to forfeit every one of her actions and just stay where she is. We are on to Barbara. Now, Barbara is in the blue still. She's teetering on the yellow, but she does have slippery. So what she's going to do first off is open for 1, 2. She's going to step in this horde, and for her third action, oh no, maybe that's not a good idea to do that, because 1 action she opened the door, 2 she went in. Yeah, no, Barbara is not doing that. That would have been a silly idea for Barbara. I'm glad she came to her senses. So Barbara is just going to chillax where she is too, in hopes that nothing is going to happen too bad. That ends Barbara's turn before she even did anything. Ben's turn. Now Ben is already in this room. I'm just moving him down because he does have Hawkeye. He's in the blue, but he has an Uzi, so he's going to shoot through the cracks into the barricade window, and he's going to try to hit any of them walkers. So he didn't even do an action yet. He's just going to shoot, and with an Uzi, he gets 3 dice and get it a 5+. 3 dice, 5+. Come on, Ben. Oh, he's got 1. Now, he has plenty of shells. You may re-roll once all attacks with weapons. The new result, so I have to re-roll them all if I'm going to do that. So, yeah, he's going to re-roll. And he missed them all because he had to get a 5+. That was 1 action. Second action, he is going to do it again. Got to get a 5+. He got 1. Now, he can choose to re-roll, but he has to re-roll them all. He did that before, and he failed. But we're going to do it again. Why not? We hopefully get more than just 1 hit. 5+, and he missed them all. That was the second action. Holy crap. So his third action and final action is going to be a shoot again. 5+, nothing, but he got plenty of bullets, so he's going to re-roll. Hopefully he'll get at least 1. Oh, he's got 1. He's got a 6+. A 6. So that's more than 5+. So 1 of these walkers are gone. He goes up 1 XP. On to Tom's turn. And that door is open. He's going to step out for 1 action. He's going to close the door for the second action. And then his third action, because he's in the blue, could he shoot? Now, range 0 to 1, so no good. He's not going to be able to do anything there. So he's just going to step up there with his fiancée to help protect her from the walkers. And that ends the round for this scene. This is bad. I'm just thinking out loud. And the reason why it's bad is because where he did this, it's on the walkers' turn. They're going to activate, but they can't do nothing because the door is closed. There's more noise here. They're not going to move. These ones, unfortunately, they are going to all step in because they are out. Judy and Tom might be in some pretty bad trouble. That ends that turn. Now we have to do the spawn point, which are all going to be here, so we'll be back. Spawn's all done, and you can see here that we have 2 breakers have entered and 3 fatties. This is bad. I mean, bad. Well, 4 fatties actually. 3 fatties and 2 breakers. That's right. That is turning on. This is looking pretty scary because I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this off. If this breaker is going to be able to break, that means they're all going to come in here next round. This is bad. We need to do something, and we need to do something quickly. Harry is a coward for the most part, but he's feeling a little bit more brave because he has a chainsaw. So what Harry is going to do, this is probably a bad idea. Oh, wait a minute. That chainsaw's a power 2. He can do that. So he's going to open the door for the first one. Harry is going to step out in the fray for his second action. His third action, because he got 4, he is going to turn on the chainsaw and hopefully do something. It's 5 dice, 5+, power of 2. Let's see what happens. Here it goes. Come on, Harry. 5+. Give me all 5s or higher. I had 2 5s. I just hit my microphone. You probably heard a bang. So that's 2 5s. Now, he has to go by hierarchy, and the hierarchy is on the back. It is fatties first. So 1 fatty goes, 2 fatty goes. So he went in and cut. So that's 3 actions. He has 1 more action, and he's going to try to do the same because he don't have slippery. There's no way he can get out of that pile, but he's going to stay in the fray and try to do his damage. 5 pluses, whoops. 5 pluses, let's go. You can do it. That's 1. We got a 6. The rest fail. So another fatty is gone. That ends Harry's turn. Problem is, like, he can't move anyhow and he's stuck. So he's just going to hope that his wife Helen will come in and help him. So it's Helen's turn. She has a machete, which is power 2. There's one more fatty left there that has to be taken out. And unfortunately, she has to be in melee range. So first action, the door is still open. She's stepping in. I'm going to attack the fatty. That was one action. So machete, she gets 1 die, and it's a 4+. It does powers up 2. Come on! 4+. Took out the fatty. Good job, Helen. You come up 1 XP. That ends Helen's turn. So Helen and Harry are stuck in this horde of zombies. So next to activate is going to be Barbara. Barbara is not going out in that horde. She's just going to shoot. Hopefully she's not going to hit Harry or Helen. So she has her sawed-off shotgun. It's a power of 1. So she takes 2 dice, and she's got to get 3+. So here goes 3+. Barbara can do it, and she's got 1. So she hits 1, misses 1. So therefore Harry or Helen takes damage, but she does take out 1. So let's remove 1 of the walkers because the breakers aren't really in there. Because of the hierarchy, you do have to take out a walker before the breaker and then the relative. So that's 1. So now Harry or Helen has to take damage. Harry says, you know, I'm going to just take it. So Harry is down to 2 damage for wounds. So that was 1 action for Barbara. Her second action, because she's in blue. She's going to try another shot. Why not? Here goes. 3 and a 6. And she needs a 3+, so that's 2 hit. Good job, Barbara. So let's take out 2 more of these. That's 2 more gone. That's 3 XP for her. Now, because Barbara killed so many, she is up in yellow now. So she has 1 free action. So she shot twice, and now she's going to shoot again for her 3rd action. Hopefully she's not going to hit Harry or Helen. A 4 and a 5. She killed 2 more. So she goes up 2 more XP. So that's 2 more walkers gone. Now, I made a boo-boo because the reload is on the sawed-off. So she shot, she reloaded, she shot. So she's going to void her last turn just to kind of balance it out. So that ends Barbara's turn. She can't shut the door. She can't do anything else. She just shot and whittled down a little bit. Next, we're on to Ben's activation, and Ben is by himself. I gotta think about this. So Ben decided for his action he's going to go 1, open the door for 2, 3. Ben is only in blue still, so he can't do anything else. On to Tom's turn. Tom is already out in the thick of it, so he's just going to say, you know what, I'm going to use my Karen's trowel. 5 dice, 5+, and it's 2 damage, because if he uses Uzi, he could hit his fiancée, and you don't want to take that chance. He's looking to get at least 3 5s or higher, and he's got 1 5. So he takes out 1 of the walkers. He goes up 1 XP. Good job, Tom. But now that was 1 action. Second action, he's going to do it again. And, oh, he got 3 there. They are gone. So that's 3 XP for Tom. Good job, Tom, as you can see here. And for Tom's third and final action is he's just moving down into the open door where Ben is. Judy is up next, and she's going to follow Tom, but actually go in 1 more. That's her 3rd action, because Judy is, oh, no, she is in yellow. She has 1 more action. So her 4th and final action is going to be moving over into here. We're on to Harry's turn, but you can see the first person token is there, so it's going to be the zombies are going to activate and spawn. So this is bad because the zombies are going to activate. So first off, they are going to attack Tom as well as Helen. Both of them, because there's enough there. They are both going to take a wound each. I'm just going to do it that way. So Harry is down to 1 wound. If Harry gets 1 wound, he's dead. And I'm going to say we're going to lose the game if that's the case, because you will need all of your heroes to survive this. And so that's a house rule. It doesn't say in the rule book that if any of the survivors die, you lose, but I'm playing it that way just to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more difficult. First spawn card, it is barricades and door opening. On every zone with a breaker, it's going to open. But the thing is they would have activated already. There's a breaker, there's 2 breakers, so it would have busted it anyhow. So I think for that breaker, he's going to do nothing, because on every zone with the breaker, the boards break. They don't say they move, so that is it. All spawn is done in that section, and another fatty was added, and another breaker, so the horde is just getting larger and larger and larger, and we can't get any more Molotovs to completely destroy it. But we have to win the game, and we have to get rid of all of the zombies on the board. Win it. First to activate is Ellen with the orange base, you can see. So she just moved closer to the fatty, and it don't count because she's in the zone. I just did it so you can see them better. And she's going to attack the fatty with her machete. It's 1 die, 4+, and it's a power 2. Looking for a 4+. Come on, Ellen, you can do it. Oh, you got a 3. That is 1 action she missed, and she's in the blue, so she gets to go 2 more times. 6. That fatty is Gonzo. But unfortunately, Helen cannot go through because she don't have slippery. She has a free search action, that's not going to help her. So her third action, she's going to swing again. Because Harry's in there, and if she shoots with the gun, she could potentially hit Harry and do some damage. So come on, 4+, you can do it. 5, she got a 6. So that wipes out another one, so it's just going to be a walker right here. Good job, that's 2 more XP for Helen. Next up is Barbara's turn. Now, Barbara can't shoot in there because Harry's only got 1 wound left. So she's not going to shoot or even go in there. She's going to go into here for her first action. Second action, she's searching the melee, and she gets a baseball bat, which is not a good thing to have. But it's something. That's 2 actions. Third action, she's just going to step back out, and that ends Barbara's turn. Oh no, she has 1 more action because he's in the yellow. And she don't have boards. So she's gonna close this door for her third and final action. You can still shoot through the boards that are opened up, so that's good. It just means that none of them can run in. And Harry and Helen are stuck there unless they go through the window. Next we're on to Ben's turn, and Ben is still in the blue, but all he's going to do is 3 actions of 1, 2, and he's going to stay there. Oh, wait, he could actually shoot because he does have Hawkeye, but that's not a scope, that's different. So yeah, he's stopping there. Ben is done, and we're on to Tom. Tom did the same thing, he just moved up with Ben, but unfortunately Tom can't really do anything else. So he's just relaxing. Correction, Tom has 3 actions. He only did, he was here and he went 1, 2, and his third, he is going to go out of this little hole. So therefore, he can take a wound if we have to split them up, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because there's a lot, I mean, a lot of walkers, ghouls there. So we're on to Judy's turn. For Judy, her first action is she is following her fiance and going out there. Now, she's in melee range, so she's going to open up with her shotgun. It's her sawed-off shotgun. It is a reload. After she shoots, that was 1 action. She has 4. Second is to shoot, and she gets 2 dice. It got to be 3+. 2 dice, 3+. She hits 1. Boom! So, goodbye. But now she has a reload onto her weapon. Now, I'm not sure if I'm doing this part correctly. If it is wrong, that when you were in melee range, which is range 0, and you use a weapon that is 0 to 1, and you miss, can you actually hit somebody else's? Actually, I'm going to play it like you can, because she did roll and failed, but it's a 3+. She has plenty of shells, so she could just do that. So before I do that, I might have to add that one back. And she got 2 anyhow, so that's good. So it's 2 out, and therefore none of them get hurt, so that is even lucky. That was 2 actions. She has 2 more actions. She's going to shoot again. Why not? Here we go. And, oh, wait, no, she can't because it is sawed off. It takes an action for a reload. So she's going to reload. Why not? And for her fourth action, she's going to use her M37 one. And it's 2 dice, 4 plus. Let's see if she can do it. 2 dice, 4 plus, and she missed both. This is bad because that means that 2 people are going to take damage now. The 2 people that I gave damage to is going to be both Helen, because she's in there. She had 2, she's down to 1. And Tom is down to 2 from 3, because if Harry goes 1 more, he's dead and we lose the game. So we don't want that. We are on to Harry's turn, and Harry's in the yellow. He has taunt for his blue and +1 action, but it's not going to help him much. So he's going to have to use his chainsaw. 5 dice, 5 plus, and it is damage 2, and it will not hurt anybody else if he misses. Here we go, 5 plus, and I got 2. So 2 more of these are gone. Oh, that was a breaker. I can't take the breaker off. I have to take the walkers off. So that's 2 more. Tom goes up. No, is it Tom? Harry. Sorry, Harry goes up 2 more points. XP. Second action, chainsaw it again. Oh, he got 2 more. So that's good. So then we take out 2 more, and he's got 2 more XP. That was 2 actions for Harry so far. Third action, chainsaw it again. 5 plus, and he's got 2 more. Harry is just wiping the floor with these ghouls. And Harry has 1 more action. So that's 6 XP he's got so far. Let's do it one more time. Keep rolling. And it's 1 more. So he takes out 1 more. So they are only 2 breakers and 2 ghouls left. Now, because Harry has killed 7 walkers, went up 7 XP, and he is gone to the orange. Now, the orange, he can be slippery or +1 die to melee. Oh, I don't think it really matters at this point because I think we lost the game. We will see. But so Harry is going to pick he's going to go slippery. That's a very, very important skill to have, is slippery. Now we are on to Helen's turn, but Helen started off the round, so now it is the zombies' turn. This, I think, is the end of the game because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies in there, so they are going to attack all 4 of the players. Now Harry, if he loses 1, he's dead. Helen's gonna lose 1, he's dead. Tom can take 1, so Tom goes down to 1 point. Now Judy is in there and she's fresh. So Judy is going to be like, you know what? Is it Judy or Barbara that's in there? No, it's Judy. So Judy is fresh, yes, in the purple. So Judy's gonna take 2 wounds, so she's from 3 to 2 to 1. So that means they're still in the game so far. This is going to be the last round, though, I think. So hopefully they're going to be able to clear this horde up. But we still have to spawn zombies now. I'll be back when I do that. All the spawns are done. And the only thing that happened was 2 relatives have appeared. So therefore, they're all going to go back to Romero mode except for Tom because he is holding the Karen's trowel. But before we do that, switch them, we're on to the next round, and it is none other than Barbara's turn first. So we're going to go with Barbara, and if Barbara can't kill the 2 relatives, then they're all going back to Romero mode. All or nothing, so Barbara is moving in. These are all in Romero mode, because I flipped Barbara back over. She is in yellow, so she does have slippery, but that's about it. So she went in for 1 action. Now she's going to try to use her sawed-off shotgun. It's 2 dice, 3 plus. If she misses, because it's a ranged weapon, it is going to take some damage. Someone else is going to take some damage. Ooh. Should I do that? No, I'm not going to do that at all. She moved in. She's going to use her crowbar. It's a 4 plus, 1 die, and it's power of 2. It don't matter, but all she needs is 4 plus. She missed. So that's 2 actions. Third action is a 1. Fourth action is a 2. So she totally whiffed, and everybody goes back into Romero mode now. Next to activate is Ben, and Ben's Uzi could go in there and it could damage. So he's just going to choose for 1 action. He's going into the thick of things too. And he's going to use his meat hook. It's 1 die, 3 plus. Let's see if he can do anything here. 1 die, 3 plus. Bingo, bango. So therefore takes out one of the walkers. So let's take this guy right here. And that means the bang goes up 1 more XP. Okay, so that was 2 actions. He has 1 more action, and he might as well just take a swing again. And he got a 3 plus, and the meat hook is a 3 plus. So that can't be the breakers, relatives. Oh, so we have to do the hierarchy here. Just so everybody knows that what the hierarchy is, it is on the back of the book. You can see here, targeting priority, fatties number 1, walker, breaker, and relative. So the walkers, then the breakers, then the relatives. And if you look over here, there's no more walkers. So there's breakers, and then the relatives happen. So we have to take out the breaker instead. We are now on to Tom's turn, and Tom is the only one that is in Zombicide mode because of the trowel that he has. So Tom has the Uzi and the trowel, but he don't want to use the Uzi because if he uses the Uzi, there's going to be some pretty bad stuff. So he's going to try to take out them with his trowel. It's 5 dice, 5 plus. Looking for 5 plus on the 5 dice, and I got 1, 2, and 3. So 3 of them. So walkers, breakers, then relatives, or is it walker, relatives, and breakers? I just want to make sure that I'm playing this as accurately as possible. And I know I just did this, so it's walkers, breakers, then relatives. So it's going to be the breakers. So he got 1, 2, 3 with the trowel, because it's a 5 plus, so that's 1 breaker, 2 breakers, and there's none other breakers left, so you take a relative out. So we're going to take out one of the relatives, and it leaves only 1 relative left. Now that was Tom's first action, and he took out 3. That is really good for Tom. It brings him into the yellow finally, so he does get a +1 action, which may help him with this. So again, that was his first action. Second action, he's going to do the trawling again on none other than Karen herself, which is the relative there. All he needs is 1 5 plus. And he's got it. Only 1 5 plus. And that relative is gone. And there you have it, Board Game Maniacs. That is the exciting conclusion to Night of the Living Dead Season 3. Or Scene 3, I should say. They're Afraid of Fire. Took a little longer than 45 minutes. It was on easy, but I didn't find it super easy. To a point they did, but to a point it was a little difficult. I had a little bit of thinking. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Comment below, let me know what you think. And remember, we have just moved. We don't really have a studio per se to play in right now. So I'm trying not to miss any deadlines for recording and releasing videos every 2 weeks. So hopefully it's going to stay in. But if not, if I miss 1 week, that's just because of the moving. Hopefully it's not going to happen. So until then, Board Game Maniacs, comment below. Let us know what you think of this game. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notification. And we'll see you in the next episode for Board Game Maniacs. Bye-bye. And remember, be a maniac.